whenever I'm with you. My mind. My mind. And we're off. It's like building a model train track. You know? Trent straight in. Trent and Trenton both in early doors. That's what I want. How we doing? How's the weather, friend? Pretty good, Trenton. I actually don't know how warm it is, about 20 degrees maybe in Overland. Trent says hi. One like in the stream. Thank you for the early like, appreciate it. Trenton says, huh? What's the chances of two Trents being first at the same time? Well, pretty rare. The American too, yes. What? Two Trents, both American? Damn. 3 likes on the stream. Thank you all for the likes. Drip Goku says hi. Hello. Great username. Mike Trully says hi. Sausage Number says hi. Hello. Hello, Mike. Hello, Sausage. CRHR says hi. Hello. What putter is that? Asks Raphael. It's Rife 224. Comments are flying in. Marvel says hi. Hello, Marvel. David Coton. Happy Gilmore there. Let's go to your home, ball. Peter says hi. Nothing says yo. Hi. Yo, what's happening? David says on Happy Gilmore. That's some Alice down the rabbit hole stuff. Trenton says. Oh. Here we go. Does it kind of cheat on your spice as long as I would say no. Nothing says hi. Hello again, Nothing. More Sup Dog says, yeah, what's up? Up, dog? What's up, Doug? Such a funny part of the office. I think this is better than that guy in the toilet. Oh my word. Who's pokes me right now? I just schooled from that dude with the toilet too. Don't know if it's good that I'm in the algorithm with a guy in the toilet. Just M says hi, just M. Mia says hi, Miz. What's up, Bruce? He says Johnny Ball Kid. Hello, Johnny. Eudora says hi. C plus animation says which golfer should I make an edit of? Tommy Fleetwood. Sausage says hello, I really like your channel. Thank you, Sausage. Nothing says, are you a golfer? Yes. Please say hi to me. I will sub your channel, says Dave McMullen. There you go, Dave. Hi to Dave. Riona Gaiman says, you're very good at this. I love what you're doing. I'm going to like and sub. Thank you very much, Riona. Appreciate it. Theater D51 says, my first ever shout out. Well, keep coming back and it won't be your last. Over says, I love your videos. Thank you, Over. Appreciate it. That's why we do it, baby. Lyric says, hi there. Hi, son. Hello, Lyric. How are you? Carol with an emoji. I can't even make out that. Sausage says, what is that golfing called? The mat? Putting mat? I'm not sure the exact name of it. Probably indoor golf mat. Something or the other. The brand's on the base of it there, but no sponsorships yet. That toilet dude is a rock star. Cheeseburger says, W shots, how long do you play golf for? This is my 5th year, I believe. Ooga Booga says hi. Willie says toilet guy speaks in tongues. Guys, the chat's flat out, so if I have missed your comment, just comment again, I'll read it out. I'm trying my best to catch them all. Big Chris Young says, what kind of putter? It is the Rife 2 bar or 2 bar, depending on what way you read it. Sarah says hi, Twong says hi, King Coopy Outdoor says hi, The Heat says hi, Huck says hi, Sai says hi, Anthony says hi. Thank you and hello to everybody. Oh, sorry, that's 10. Dara says, sorry, Cheeseburger says, how long have you played golf? About 5 years. Dara asks, so you're a golf guy, that's cool. How are you new to YouTube? New enough this year. David asked what the putter was, Rife 2 bar. Nothing says, can you play a song? Best I can do is sing one. Lincoln says, I subbed, thank you Lincoln, appreciate it. Big Chris said, looks like Rife, that's correct, Big Chris. Simon and Bell says, hi. Lincoln says, make it free 311. I sub, we will do a wee update and a wee well. Thank you. I can't actually see it, unfortunately, on my screen. I have to go into a different app. Goofy says, I saw it. Thank you, Goofy. Appreciate it. Dragon King says, hi. Liam says, hi. Goofy says, hi. Chloe and Emma. Chloe and Emma equals Bestie says, my mum was still alive. You take me golfing now. I can't go because you'd always make it fun. I'm crying because watching you made me remember that moment he took me golfing. Oh, sorry to hear that. It is sad how people that introduce us to things aren't always there to experience them. Touch wood. Papa introduced me to golf and I don't have to experience that anytime soon, but You never know what's around the corner, unfortunately. Faith says hi. Hello, Faith. How are you? Go, 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 go. Juice World, Existential and Peep says hi. Hello. Purple says hi. Madeline says I subscribed. Thank you very much, Madeline. Appreciate it. Charbel says hi. 347 Eden says hi. Everybody's saying hi tonight. Welcome, everybody. Liam says hi. Anastasia and Pierce also say hi. David says, is that an Irish accent? Yes, Northern Irish. Planet X says, maybe an English dialect. It is English language. Just about. I'm speaking quite fast just to keep up with the chat. Charlie says hi. Hello, Charlie. Anthony says hi as well. Hello, Anthony. Vader says, I was like watching your golf. I'm going to golf in an hour. Nice, Vader. Are you playing around or are you going to the range or what are you doing? Josh says, nah, he really like. Really like what, Josh? Football says, have we beat you streak yet? No, not yet, football. Excuse me. Keaton Brewer, Gary, Jetty Knight, Kedo, Raby the Killer, Sean, Toa, CK Auto, and Beater Boys all say hi. And Cameron says hi. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Anthony asked for a shout out. Hello, Anthony. There's your shout out. Shout out to Anthony. Do they speak English and Irish mostly or their own language? Irish is Gaelic and the odd one does speak it, but they would teach it in Irish schools. I think it's compulsory for a year maybe, for the odd. It depends if whereabouts you grew up really. But yeah, everybody was speaking English at least. S says subscribe. You seem like so much fun. Thank you. Bilo Boy says I subbed. Thank you, Bilo Boys. Appreciate it. 40 likes already on the stream. Wow. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes. It's crazy. People are popping off. It has to be a record for the most likes we've had in such a short amount of time. That's 20, isn't it? CK Otto says, I want a shout out. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you for the comment. S says, your golf videos are so good. I like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much, Sean. Waterboy asks, what's your handicap? It is currently 11.9. Chad says hi. Hello, Chad. CK Otto says I subbed. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. No. Vivlik says, wouldn't it be more fun if you stood further back? Unfortunately, I don't have a house the length of a runway. But yes, that would definitely be more fun. Chad and Bra say hi. Hello. How are you? David says multitasking. Yes, sir. It's good for the avoiding distractions on the course if you can practice in this environment. Patton says hi. Hello, Patton. Tammy says nice. Thank you, Tammy. JH says no. Fair enough, JH. CK Otto says thanks for the shout out. Of course. Michaela, Leo Burton, and Chaser Racer all say hi. There we go. We eventually caught up with the chat. Only took us 14 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the comments. Appreciate it. 51 likes in the stream. Y'all are absolutely popping off tonight. Michaela says, can you say hi, Michaela? Of course, Michaela. Hi, Michaela. Let me see. Wrong hole. That's what she said. Matt says, hi, hello, Matt. Miguel asks, what's the most you've made by missing? From 9 feet, 76. And we haven't got close to that in a while, actually. Dino says, this guy can't miss. Watch long enough, Dino, and you'll see. Unfortunately, we do. Back 9, Monica and Tanya, I'll say hi. Or Tania, sorry, I'll say hi. I think it's Tania. Leo says, nah, you're good. Thank you, Leo. CK Otto said, you're such a good golfer. Thank you, CK. Appreciate that. Yeah. Is it Tania? Says hi, guys. Hi, Tania. Football says hi. Cameron asks, can I say hi, Cameron? Hi, Cameron. Michaela says, what? Ozzy says, Sammy. Ozzy, how are you, sir? Rugby says hi. Dino says, damn, the streak is over. But you restart, that's the beauty. Back 9 Bandit says, yo, Back 9 Bandits. You playing Buddha for real? Peyton says hi again. Hello, Peyton. Thumbs up for Sammy for sure. Yoel says hi. Timmy says you good. Thank you. Can you say hi to Cameron? Hi to Cameron. Use the back 2 tubes for Amy. Oh, yeah, on the putter. Trying my best. Auntie says hi. Leo asked for a shout out. Shout out to Leo. Chat is actually going ham right now. Ozzy says, let's go, Sammy. Come on, Ozzy. Let's get after it. Hank says, it's like learning the alphabet but for putters. Here. Repetition is the mother of skill, Hank. Asylum says, good job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ozzy with the cinquental thumbs up emoji. What a guy. CK Auto asked, can you say hi, Nathaniel? Hello, Nathaniel. How are you? Shan asked, can you explain how you putt? Yep. Get this wee grip, pull it up tight, get that head over the eyes on top of the ball, and bring it back to the back foot and go. Come on now. Don't let it burn. Always for you, Sammy. Thank you very much, Ozzy. 61 likes in the stream. That is insane. I'm going to be live for 18 minutes. Y'all are killing it. Thank you very much to everybody that's liked and commented. Samuel says hi. Hi, Samuel. Great name. I wasn't going to go there. 68 likes on the stream. Thank you so much to everybody that's liking. Really appreciate it. CK Auto says, you're the best, Sammy. Thank you. Nathaniel, I assume, is the name behind the username. Shannon says that I can subscribe. Your golf videos are so good and very interesting. Thank you very much. Landon says hi. Hi, Landon. Samuel says thanks, of course. Easley and Little Rat say hi. Hello to you. Samuel says I sold. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate it. Ty Kata says, what's your best round of golf all time? My lowest score number-wise is 76. But it was par 68, so it was 8 over. But my best round to date is probably I shot one over the winter when the course had 4 holes closed, so 314. So yeah, don't know what I would have shot if it was all the holes open. Alfie says hi. Britt says what's up? What's up, Britt? What's up, Alfie? Britt says hi again. Hello again, Britt. Gamer says you're great at golf. Thank you very much, Gamer. Trying my best to get better. Leo says I sub. Thank you for the sub, Leo. Jacob says hi. Hi, Jacob. How are you? Britt says you're the best YouTuber. Wow, what a statement. Thank you, Britt. Really appreciate that. That's 20. The early fifth pump. S says 3.35k subs now. Guys, these are killing it. Keep subbing. Appreciate it. Auntie says hi. Casey says hi. Monkey says W stream. Thank you, Monkey. Appreciate that. Want to pop one of balls? Jason says I subbed. Thank you so much, Jason. Excuse me, guys. Throat's getting a bit dry. Reading all the comments. Per me. Monkey says W stream again. Thank you. Appreciate it. Justin says if you want to get better, only putt at the small hole, please. It's weird. It like makes my putting worse in the course when I do that. Don't know why. I think it's like the way the mat looks when you're standing over it. Optical illusions. Grayson says W stream. Thank you, Grayson. That is 25 in a row. I'm sorry, Grey Sam. Apologies. The text is so small on the iPad. Great name, by the way, Grey Sam. Max says, Sam, what putting clubs you recommend for beginners? Anything sort of cavity backs. So the big chunky ones. Jason says, I subscribed. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. No. Thanks. Very helpful. My assistants bringing me a beverage. Gary says you're great at golf. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. Trying my best. Leo says you're the goat. Thank you, Leo. Chat's been so nice tonight. Thank you all so much for the support. Hot comment says hi. Hello, Hot. CK Auto asks, how are you so good? Practice, if you're referring to this putting. If you're referring to real golf, I'm not. What do you do? What do you did on 18? What do I do on 18? I play off 11, so about 14 over on average. Putting club recommendations, like what putter? Any putter that you can hold putts with. Just putter's more personal. Still rolling it nicely, Sam. Thank you, Kent. Welcome back, sir. Good to see you. How are you doing? Britt asks, all good, Britt. How are you? Grey Sam says, my name is Sam too. Come on. I think there's a couple of Sams in. Couple of Sams. Mayo for Sam. Oh my word. So many comments. Thank you all for the comments. Justin says drip it in. It's hard to drip it in because there's a ramp on this one. Samuel asks how your day's been. All good, Samuel. How are you? How's your day going? 38 babies asking, please do the other side. We will maybe at the end. Hacker also says the same and says hi. Hi, Hacker. Roll on says I subscribed. Thank you, Roll on. Hacker says subscribe and double tap the screen. Top man, thank you so much. 84 likes in the stream. These are nuts. There's a spider on your wall. There probably is, Mitch. There is a spider living up there. Need to get the cleaner out. Andreas says hi. Hi, Andreas. Hello from Sniper. Hello, Sniper. Scotty Common butters are too expensive. Yeah, I had one and I got stole out of my car. It is what it is. Rupert says I subscribed. Thank you, Rupert. Shannon says I'd like him subscribed. Thank you. Plugby said there's someone behind you. Always. MH commenting on the spider again. Samuel asked what putter is that. It is a Rife 2-bar. So it is. Rock says Belfast. No, County Armagh. Did live in Belfast for a wee bit, but well, as a student, so travelled back and forth. Roland says I shoot about 16 over. That's great shooting, Roland. Samuel says good Samuel. Glad to hear it, sir. Anybody with the name Sam deserves to have a great day. If you get 50 more subs, you can do a pod with one hand or something. You're asking too much. Get right. Oh. Madhav says hello, boss. Are you a returning viewer, Madhav? Your name looks familiar. They all have ramps, that's how you get the speed. Justin says, yes, Justin. Need the speed. Aye, for the ball to come back, very good. Yeah, no, that's right. Britt says hello, Britt, how are you? Green says, how many balls do you have? On the mat of 5 here. I probably have the name right now, probably like 120 roughly. Be interesting to see how many I've ever had in my lifetime. Justin asked what's your handicap? 11.9, Justin. Got cut this week. Get in. Green screen, different side for that question. Patricia said my birthday is in 3 more days. Happy early birthday, Patricia. Marcus, spam, happy birthday. Yeah. Roland says you're so good at putting, thank you. Rain Turtle says hi. Austin says hi. Hello, Rain Turtles. Hi, Austin. CK saying hi again. What a guy. I think I've seen you before, but not sure. I appreciate the vibes, though, for sure. Welcome back. Sergeant says hi. Hi, Sergeant. Ozzy says thumbs up for Sammy, guys. Thank you, Ozzy. 96 likes in the stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes. CK says hi. Austin asks how I'm doing. All good, Austin. How are you? Sorry for speaking so fast, guys. Just trying to get through the comments for the disappear. Justin says that's good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Austin with the thumbs up. My handicap went out this week, Sammy. Aussie. 3.5 now per man. He's a legend. Aussie can do it. Kimberly says he's so good. Thank you, Kimberly. Sean says hi. Guys, please, if I miss your comment, just drop it again. I normally try to read out all the comments, but they're flying in tonight, so I don't want anybody being offended. Sean says hi. Hi, Sean. How are you? $22 V-Top says hi. Noah says 20 straight $5 right now. Okay, I pressured on. Does the previous 10 count or no? Judas says you are good. Thank you very much. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Get left. The gods are with us on that one. Shearus says hi. Hi Shearus, how are you? Samuel says normally I'm not interested in live streams, but you changed it. Thank you very much, Samuel. Seems to be a trend with the other person on the stream. Thank you all for bringing the vibes tonight. Austin says I made it 99 likes. Thank you so much for the 99th like, Austin. We're up over 101 likes now. Thank you so much, everybody. Roland says I hope you get 100 million subs. Thank you, Roland. Appreciate it. Sean says hi. Hi, Sean. Guy says Ireland, bro. For real, guy. Juhas says, can you say my name? If I had a guess, I'd say Jotaz Kumar KJ, but KG, sorry. But I don't know how you pronounce that one. Jotaz. Maybe Jofus? Nah. Mad Have says advice for anybody getting into golf: just go out there and play and have fun. Try to play a scramble with somebody who plays golf, and you should have a bit of crack. Austin says fighting the Irish. For real. CGK Auto with a thumbs up. Austin says what ancestors? My surname's Lover, so I'm actually Scottish ancestry, I suppose. Glenn says hi, Daddy. Hello, Glenn. Did I miss? I don't know if I did I? Evie says hi, how are you? All good, Evie, how are you? Washington says hi. Hello, Washington. Oh. No $5 for me. Don't let it burn. Alex says lucky. The better you are, the luckier you get, I guess. Weren't so lucky there. Clive says hi. Hi, Clive, how are you? Mike. Mike says hi. Hi, Mike, how are you? Angler nearly got me. Cole says, what's your best score? My lowest number is 76. Was 8 over on a par 68 though. My best score is 1 over technically, but it was through 14 holes, so, and 4 holes were closed. Oh, there you go. That's for anybody else who put it in the small hole. Imagine you pass Mr. Beast in subscribers. That would be a long time away. Why did the golfer have 2 pair of trousers in case he got home one? Very good. Mine have the Hunters, 1200, 700. Nice. The Hunters, do you know? Yeah, I do know. I think I went to school with Hunters. Oh. Roll on says no. We go again. Ah. We go again. That's all you can keep doing. Matt Half says, go on and drop a sub. Thank you so much, Matt Half. Appreciate it. Pushed it again. We're getting that tendency later in the stream. For whatever reason, just want to leave the face open. Excuse me, I want to guzzle. World famous people in history, kinda. Good man, Austin. Keeling says, cool, Austin, yeah. Samuel says, so close. Yes, Samuel, we're not close enough, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm American, but have ancestries. Jeremy says, hi. Hi, Jeremy. Hi from Italy, says Jude. Hi, Jude. Samuel says, what's your favourite part about today? I had a great day, Samuel, I can't lie. Went golfing this morning. Went for a run with the girlfriend. She's doing catch the 5k, so showing her a bit of support. If you can't tell, I don't do cardio. Well, then what did we do? Went to local animal farm, which was awesome. Well, actually, sorry, before I went to the range with the girlfriend. She wants to fat bad. I went for a run first, so she came to the driving range with me. Then yeah, I went to an animal farm and had a wee picnic with the girlfriend, so I've had a pretty good day. Can't lie to you, Samuel. Favourite part's always golf, has to be. As much as I adore my lovely girlfriend. But she can't be mad at that because she was golfing with me. So Dub City all around. Hey June. Vinny says hi, Mika says hi. Keeling says, think everyone does awesome, guards. I only have 490 subscribers. Guys, get rolling to 500 subs, go on. Americans are known for golf, sure. 100% awesome. Cole says hi from the Atlantic Ocean, excuse me. I'm for real, I'm from Washington State. Cole said hi, hi Cole. A different Cole. Cole Corbett and Cole Brutzman are in the chat. Gary is live, says hi. I'm Minced Golf. Which state? Brittany Berger says subscribe. Thank you, Brittany. What's your favourite golf course, Sammy? Tell you what, I just love golf for golf, like. St Andrews is a great watch. Unfortunately, I haven't played it. And Maddie says he's cheating. Unfortunately, I'll be making one for cheating. My girlfriend asked in the chat, do you like your girlfriend more than golf? Depends. What mood is my girlfriend in? JS999 says hi. Hi. Gary is live, says hi. Hi, Gary. Oh. We're failing at our multitasking abilities right now. 116 likes, guys. I think we've just matched our most liked stream ever. So if you want to help us beat it, drop a like. JS99 says, please say my name in chat. There you go, sir. RK says hi. Hi, RK. Gene said hi. Tails Gaming said hi. RK said hi again. Mac Mina says hi. How are you? How are you? I'm good. Please say my name in chat. Hi. Cole says I'm the better one, Brusman. Cool off. Seika Auto says, can you pop me for eyes closed? Let's see. Test the theory. Nope. We cannot. Seika Auto. What's your high streak? From 9 feet, it's 76 in a row. Which is how far we went from today. You're better than Rory. I'm not too sure about that one. Especially not today. Look at this. Terrible. Pro Rory won the Masters, Austin says. Yeah, for real. Jamar says hi. My word, push city. Jamar says hi. Hi, Jamar. I'm just me says hi. Hi, just me. Jamar says you're good. We're trying. RK says you're crazy good. No, I don't know about that. That's not getting there. We've lost the chat. No good. He's good, but not pro, sadly. Not yet, Austin. Maybe a teaching pro one day. Teals Gaming says hi. Scott says hi. Hi, Scott. How are you? Teals Gaming asked for a shout out. Shout out to Teals Gaming. Piddle biddle. You're right, son. Oh. Chat. What's going on? Let bro lock in. Turbo Brisk ask what's the hash streak? 76. There's Chicken Jockey. Good to see Chicken Jockey in the chat. Keelan asks what's the handicap? 11.9 right now. Teal says I subbed, you're good. Thank you, Teals, appreciate it. Stan says go for small hole. Gabriel says hi, hi Gabriel. Teals asks for another shout out. Shout out Teals Gaming. Can you try and go for small hole? Jimmy says should I sub and said hi. Jimmy, you do what you feel is right, and hello to you. Anyone who's matched, I need one of those for my Sammy truck and truck stops for real, Larry. Get the grind on. I saw it. Thanks, Tails. Appreciate it. Make any trick shot of your choice. CK says, Hammer Show says hi. B-Man says you're so weird. For sure. Who would want to be normal? Maddie says hi. Adam says hi. Bruce says hi. And Mina says hello. Hello, everybody. Apologies for speaking so fast. Trying to keep up with the stream. Comments are going ham. And I thank you all for the support. Do a free 60 shot. What does that even mean? Got a no scope with a putter. You can we be friends? Of course, Blake. Maddie asked you to lie every day. Unfortunately not. Used to. But work commitments currently. So if you want us to do it live every day, donate, like, subscribe, support the channel. Hopefully we'll go back to the video. But no, just other commitments currently, and that's okay. Our streaming schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at around 7 PM UK time. So about half an hour before now. But obviously this is a Sunday. This is a special little live stream. Don't usually go live on a Sunday. But shout out to yous. Roland says you're my favourite YouTuber. Thank you so much, Roland. Appreciate it. Nice to go. Tails says, do you play video games? I used to play a lot of FIFA, a bit of COD and stuff, but I do play PGA 2K. Haven't bought the new one yet, but yeah, just unfortunately, between working and editing and streaming, hard to get time in. But hopefully we'll maybe get on the streaming a bit of 2K eventually. Sammy 124 likes. Yes, Ozzy. We're getting the love tonight from the boys and the girls. What up, Sammy? Your biggest fan is here. Zeta. Welcome in, sir. You're missing all the fun. Marcus says, what if you miss? That's the beauty, Marcus. You just start over. Can't be afraid of a bit of adversity. 131 likes in the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Tails Gaming says, I'm from Newcastle. Upon time, Tails. Manny says you do live at a golf cart. Yeah, that would be nice. We might just have to. We did do one Christmas morning with Dad. Was that 10? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Gamer says him. Thank you, Gamer. Who you think you are? I am. Zeta played a 63 yesterday. What a guy. Shout out Zeta. Tails says, do you have any advice for life, Tails, or for what? Chantel says good, thank you. Not says hi. Dart says hi. Hello. Santos says hi. Hello, Santos. Yes, upon time. Lovely. Do you like Newcastle? Corey says you got a streak. Unfortunately not right now. Spike says wow. Thank you, Spike. Ron says if you went to Pebble Beach you'd shoot a team. What's that? That's the quote from Hawkeye, isn't it? You don't play golf or something? Corey asked for some life advice. Anything you want, Corey? Shoot. Jada says sorry, I must go, Sam. Of course, Jada. Thank you for stopping by. You're welcome back anytime, of course, as you know. Do you have any advice on how to grow my YouTube channel? Well, not live. Tails asks. Yeah, so I think the easiest way to grow your channel now is what I'm doing now, vertical live stream format. Probably a bit harder with gaming, because you're going to need some sort of software. What the hell do you call that? Like OBS or something. What's the name of that, chat? casting so far. I can't remember now. But yes, if you can stream in this format, YouTube seems to, as you can see, get a lot of engagement. For reference, I had 126 subs before I started doing the short style streams, and you can see the growth right in front of you. That would be my advice to you, Tails. Also, it helps you grow, you know, a supportive fan base as opposed to just having a viral video or something. Why you think it's perfectly on the line every time? Says Sam. Why do I think that, or is it rhetorical? Can you try making it from Farmer? Manny says, unfortunately we're limited by space in this room. But I would love to do that if I could. Josh says, hi Josh, how are you? He left. Official Dusty says hi. Hello Dusty, how are you? Adam says, I'm back, Adam. Welcome back, how are you? Tails says, I gotta go, now bye. No problem, Tails. Enjoy and good luck with your channel, sir. Hope you grow. Do you drive far to Bryson? In my car, maybe, yeah. If you want to see how far I drive the ball, I'd say in the next day or two we'll have a speed training video posted. So keep an eye out. Ollie says hi Ollie. Somebody with a username in Mandarin says hello, where are you from? Hello, I'm from Ireland. 136 likes in the stream, thank you so much for all the likes. Appreciate you. Did I miss it? Or did this go beside? VAR here, chat. I know, did I could have just gone for you shoot for the gap. Rory says hi Rory. Alex says hey sup, not much. What is up with you, Alex? CK Otto says by the way I'm from Ghana, nice. Roland says how do you have 3,000 subscribers, you deserve 20 million, no joke. Patience is a virtue, I guess. We'll get there someday. Get the oh, voice crack. To get the 20 million, you have to get your first 3,000, no. Best Fortnite Joe is back, and he says hi. Hello, Best Fortnite Joe. Zach says hello from Croatia. Hello, Zach. And hello, Croatia. Lovely country. It's 10, isn't it? Or am I tripping? P90 says when the last time you missed? About 2 months ago. Alex asked where you got that thing. Off of Amazon. Shani got it for me for Christmas, which was very kind of her. This is me, says hi. Hi, this is me. P90 says, has he missed you? Unfortunately, no. The brain doesn't work in negatives. There you go, P90. Fire says hello from the UK/England. Hello. How are you, Fire? Tanner says hi. Hi, Tanner. I'm him says hi. Hello. Donovan and Magalbo say hi. Hi to you. Donovan says, finally. Finally what, Donovan? The miss? Killer says hi. There's no one for you. Hi, Killer. Steve asked, do you have a girlfriend? Yes. She's actually just next door there. Coco says hi. Hi Coco, how are you? Tanner says hi again. Hello again, Tanner. Emily says hi. Hi, Emily. Weekline says hi. Hi, Weekline. Coco says, wow, you're good at golf. Thank you, Coco. Trying my best here. Attachment says hi. Hello, Attachment. Jeremy says W golfing. Thank you, Jeremy. Tanner asks, is my name Sam? Yes, it is, Tanner. I think we missed one, didn't we, in the first 5? P90 asked, did I jinx you? That's okay, P90. One day you'll be a huge YouTuber, keep going with your content. Thank you, Roland, appreciate it. Stephen says, because you're really hot. Thanks, Stephen. I guess you're kind of hot too. Bob says, hi, hi, Bob, how are you? Jeremy says, hi. Ollie asks, hi, how are you? All good, Ollie? Do you enjoy what you do? Yes, I do. Tanner says, hi, hi, Tanner again. Is that kind of chat? Kieman says, how are you reading the chat but looking at the floor? It's just here in front of me on the iPad. The Andrew Woods says hi. Hi, the Andrew Woods. And this girl says hi. Tanner says you're the best golfer. Thank you. Shan says like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Shan. 516 Spark says hello. Melon says hi. His iPad in front on the window. Legend. Not so slow. Emily says 9-0 now. Emily, unfortunately. Mr. Chill says hi. Tanner says you're good. Very ways TikTok monetize account and YouTube monetize account also available. No self promo, please. Sorry, my name is I guess because of my fans. Of course, no problem. Take the understand for 69.5 strokes. Let me see. That girl says I subscribe. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Where can I get this? They're available on Amazon. Not sponsored. CC says hi. Hi, CC. Corbin says hi. Pico One Outdoor says hi. I'm gonna have to unfortunately remove Ilya for the promos. I think, if I can remember. Apologies. I put Matt got 3 in a row. Nice roll. Now we're talking. From 1 foot. Tanner says I subscribed. Preppy says OMG hi. OMG hi, how are you? Sorry, just trying to make sure I didn't miss any. Doesn't look like it. What's your highest streak? It says 76. I think. 145 likes in the stream. Thank you so much for the likes, appreciate it. King Jet says hello. Hello, King Jet. Snowflake says, what's up? How do you get so much subscribers, Tanner says? Just doing this, Tanner. The people will love it. Right. We're not missing. That was the last one. I'm only going to miss one more the rest of the stream. That's it. I promise. Snowflake says you're cooking. I'm going to absolutely try my best to cook right now. P90 says 12 hours. That's all you need. Samuel says hi. Hello, Samuel. I did Sam and Samuel's in the chat. Come on, 100 right now. If you make us put everyone in the stream has to subscribe, guys, you heard rule on. One, 4, 7 likes. The maximum break and sticker. Do you play golf videos? I'm just asking because I only have 20 subscribers. Tanner, if you want to get subs, do this here. Vertical streams, perfect for it. Jeff says hi. Almost Genius says hi. Jeff is speaking what looks to be Dutch, maybe. Sorry, don't speak that. Kayla says hi. Shannon says like and subscribe. Hello, hi, welcome back. Says, do you remember me? Yes, I remember you, sir. 150 likes in the stream. Wow. You've blown the water out of the likes, guys. And a little sub update for us. 3427. That has to be a record for subs gained and likes for the amount of time. Because I mean, we haven't even got to an hour. And these are cooking. Absolute legends, so these are. Absolute legends, guys. Thank you so much for all the likes. 153 likes. What is going on? These are absolute legends. Has to be the most liked stream to date. Without a shadow of a doubt it is. And crazy. Guys, keep your little eyes peeled. If you don't want to miss a stream, if you're new here and you just joined, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss a stream. The schedule for the streams are Monday, Wednesday, Fridays around 7 p.m. UK time. So it's currently coming up to 8. So about an hour before this in your local time zone. Guys, person says I liked, thank you person, appreciate it. Your girl Az says hi. Shan says she liked, thank you Shan. Keep your eyes peeled. Speed tuning video coming out. I'm gonna say tomorrow. I'm gonna try and best get it tomorrow, if not Tuesday. Keep your eyes peeled. Roll on Break says you will see me in every comments. Yes, come on son, appreciate the support. Absolute legend. Roll on. What a guy. Ply says I subscribed. Thank you very much, Ply, appreciate it. Your golf videos are so cool, I'm gonna watch them all now. Thank you, Sean, appreciate that. Guys, thank you for all the support on the stream. Absolutely popped off today. Sunshine says those glasses look nice and you have a nice day, appreciate it. Aloha says what was your high for the day? I missed it. Oh, it wasn't even that good. I want to say 36. We're struggling to get the big numbers. We're consistently getting like high-ish, but not really high. Tanner says me too. You'll see me in every video. Appreciate it, Tanner. Guys, legend. Jonathan says subscribe. Yes, subscribe, Jonathan. We usually upload a short every day too, guys, so check that out. Keep your eyes peeled. We are actually currently racing our TikTok. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. There we go. 3,000 followers over on the TikTok page. So yeah, and we're currently on, bear with me, 3427. So keep on subbing and I'll keep on streaming. We got the 55 last week. I know. I'll be back on Monday, so I will. Going to make Sam Lover golf fan page. Guys, you've been amazing. Good night, God bless, have a good rest of the day. We'll see you again tomorrow around 7 p.m, so about an hour before this. CK Auto says bye, see you later. CK Auto, thank you for the hearts in the chat, thank you for all the likes, 156 likes, awesome. Guys, see you again tomorrow, all the best, all the best, all the best, God bless, and see you later. Bye Roland, bye CK, see you later.